How preventive maintenance protects food quality and profit. A food production line can look normal at shift start and become expensive hours later. A temperature sensor drifts out off calibration. A pump loses efficiency. A filler produces inconsistent weights. Production slows, product is placed on hold, and an ordinary issue becomes lost output, wasted ingredients, overtime, and missed deliveries. Preventive maintenance is not only the maintenance department's responsibility. In an American food or beverage plant, it supports food safety, quality, worker safety, and cost control. Manufacturers are expected to run more products, change over faster, reduce waste, and deliver consistent quality. Consumers still expect every package to be safe, properly sealed, correctly filled, and available on time. A run it until it breaks strategy creates unnecessary risk. So what does an effective preventive maintenance program look like? It is more than repeating the same calendar-based checklist every month. A strong program considers equipment condition, process demands, line history, and the consequences of failure. The goal is not to service everything as often as possible. It is to perform the right work on the right asset at the right time. Begin by identifying equipment that can stop production, compromise food safety, damage quality, or create a serious hazard. Critical assets may include pumps, pasteurizers, conveyors, packaging machines, heat exchangers, and clean-in-place systems. Next, establish a performance baseline. What should normal temperature, pressure, flow, vibration, energy use, cycle time, and output look like? Without a baseline, gradual deterioration is easy to miss. A machine may keep running while using more energy, producing rejects, or moving closer to failure. Operators are essential. The people beside the equipment often notice the first warning signs: a new sound, vibration, small leak, repeated alarms, inconsistent seals, or rising reject rates. Reporting should be simple, and the information should become maintenance data instead of disappearing in a notebook. Process measurements matter just as much. Temperature, pressure, holding time, flow rate, and fill weight can affect safety and quality. In the United States, FDA preventive control guidance includes verification activities such as calibrating or checking the accuracy of process monitoring instruments. Maintenance should connect with the facility's food safety plan, quality system, and records. Calibration is not just an audit issue. An inaccurate instrument can create false confidence. If a sensor reports the wrong temperature, a process may appear controlled when actual conditions are outside the target. Documented calibration and a response of tolerance results help protect the product. Wear should be examined systematically. Seals harden, bearings loosen, gaskets compress, plates corrode, belt stretch, and valves stop closing completely. Compare service history with operating hours, product type, cleaning chemicals, pressure, temperature, and start-stop cycles. Then update maintenance intervals. A schedule created years ago may not match today's production. Heavy use and frequent changeovers may require more attention. Replacing healthy parts to early wastes labor, components, and production time. The best interval is supported by evidence. Condition monitoring can strengthen the program. Sensors and software can track vibration, temperature, pressure, motor current, and other indicators, helping teams detect deterioration before shutdown. Predictive tools provide better information and help the plant move from emergency response to planned intervention. Verification after maintenance is equally important. Closing a work order does not prove the line is production ready. Verification may include a leak test, heat exchanger integrity test, safety device check, calibration, trial, package inspection, or confirmation that the equipment can meet its operating targets. The work must also be safe and hygienic. Opening equipment can introduce tools, lubricants, metal fragments, or cleaning residues. Servicing machinery can expose electrical, hydraulic, pneumatic, thermal, mechanical, or stored energy hazards. Lockout or tagout, guarding, sanitation controls, and a documented release to production processes should be built into the job. A well-designed program improves planning. When problems are found early, the plant can schedule work around production. Order the correct parts, coordinate with sanitation, and avoid emergency freight or overtime. Critical spares can be stocked by risk and lead time. Technicians can spend less time firefighting. Maintenance can also support sustainability. Poorly maintained pumps, compressed air systems, steam systems, heat exchangers, and motors may consume more energy or water. Leaks and unstable processes can increase product loss, rework, cleaning, and packaging waste. Strong maintenance supports reliability, safety, and energy efficiency. Here is a simple starting plan. Rank assets by failure impact. Review breakdowns, downtime, quality holds, and recurring alarms. Define normal ranges for critical parameters. Build inspection and calibration tasks around risk. Train operators to report warning signs. Identify critical spares. Verify the line after major work. Then adjust the schedule as evidence changes. Measure the business impact, not only the maintenance budget. Track unplanned downtime, repeat failures, waste, rework, energy use, emergency purchases, overtime, and schedule attainment. Cutting maintenance spending is not a victory if the plant loses more through breakdowns and unstable production. Ask one question. What does 1 hour off downtime really cost your facility? Include lost units, idle labor, discarded product, cleanup, restart time, expedited parts, missed shipments, and possible customer penalties. Once that number is visible, preventive maintenance stops looking like a routine expense and starts looking like risk control. The goal is not to promise that nothing will ever fail. It is to recognize deterioration early, reduce preventable failures, protect food safety and quality, and make downtime more predictable. When equipment is reliable, operators can focus on production. Quality teams can trust the process. Maintenance teams can plan their work. Managers can control costs. Customers receive a more consistent product. Small mechanical problems are less likely to become major operational crises. What is the biggest maintenance challenge in your operation? Unexpected breakdowns, unavailable spare parts, calibration problems, repeated leaks, sanitation coordination, or too little planned downtime? Share your experience in the comments. Subscribe for more practical guidance on food production, plant reliability, quality, and operational performance. I will see you in the next video.